the frozen croissants open. Place them on a parchment paper sheet pan. Allow them to defrost. Place the croissants in the fridge overnight so it can defrost. Pull your dough out of the fridge the next morning and put it on the table. You can proof this at room temperature with a piece of saran wrap on it, or you have another option. Here is your second option. I have a tray with some water in it. You can slide it right back in. And underneath it, there's another tray with a sterno on it. The sterno heats up the water. The water keeps it nice and moist in here, provides some heat, and then you can place your croissant tray right in here and leave the oven door slightly ajar so that the croissants have a chance to proof, not overproof. You can keep an eye on it, and at the same time it doesn't get too hot in there. As you can see, about 15 or 20 minutes later, maybe a little bit longer depending on your oven and the amount of heat, my croissants have risen well. You know they're ready when you shake them and they move. They're nice and light. They're almost double in size. You don't want them to get too big before you pull them out of the oven. The next step is to egg wash our croissants. For my egg wash, I have an egg yolk. I have about an ounce of milk. I have about an ounce of water, a pinch of salt and a pinch of sugar, and that's it. When you egg wash your croissants, try to stay with the grain, which means up and down and not sideways. That's how I like it. Try not to put too much egg wash on it so it doesn't drip down the side of the croissant. Kind of like that. You see how that little drop is there? Try not to do that. And if you do, it's no big deal. And so egg wash your croissants. And once they're egg washed, you can let them sit at room temperature till your oven comes up to temp. I like to bring my oven up to about 400 to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. It's just a regular oven. It's not a convection oven. If you have a convection oven, you want to bake your croissants at about 375. My oven is up to temp. I'm going to go ahead and slide my croissants in. I'm going to bake them for about 20 minutes or so. I'm going to check on them, make sure they're browning nicely in about 15 minutes or so. And then we'll pull them out. We'll see what they look like. 10 minutes later, you can see they've risen nicely. I'm going to go ahead and turn these around so that they can bake evenly on both sides. So as you can see, these just came out of the oven. I'm going to put them on a cooling rack so they can cool down. And here they are, nicely done on the back side, not overly cooked, super light, beautiful.